And titties, big ass titties. This is whatever episode I put on the title when I do it. I had this whole thing that was supposed to be.
Hello.
Well, Chardon's here.
It's me.
Fuck introduction.
I am here. Chardon. I'm here.
We were gonna get there.
It's nice to be here for you all. Wow. I was gonna say see you, but can't see him. I was gonna say hear you, but can't hear him.
What the fuck? So honestly, this was supposed to We're on a vacation.
We're very dehydrated.
It's been a long. There was such a schedule that was supposed to happen, and it didn't because
been Catfish and Hennessy since Thursday.
You know what? I think I'm really glad you did that early because when I go back and listen to this, I'll need to find a title. And Catfish and Hennessy, I swear to God, is probably gonna be the title because as you all can see, like we're in Houston right now. I don't have EJ here, so like the perfectionist of this duo is not a thing. So we're supposed to run two. I know like he's running one, I'm running one because we're fucking dedicated, or whatever. So yeah, whatever the fuck it is, that's what y'all gonna get. Speaking of Catfish and Hennessy, that's literally what's running through my fucking veins right now.
Literally, since we touched down here, it's fried chicken, Catfish and Hennessy, splash of tequila today, just to switch things up.
Oh yeah, my body hates me.
Yeah, it does.
Boy,
Same. Super cleanse, super health bounce back come Monday. super detox.
You know how I know we're pieces of shit? We drinking water and fucking, I don't know, fucking 1 a.m. like this gonna make a difference.
Exactly. I just feel like it is though, because I feel like our bodies really like this is not normal. Our bodies are really confused. My body is so confused.
Nah.
She is so confused.
Yeah, like I clearly have overdone it because they give me a sip, on the regular with this whole spiel. Is the house falling apart?
Yeah, that was really scary. I still don't really know what it is, but I'm not.
Oh, it's the AC starting.
Okay, I was really, yeah.
Why we look like bitch ass niggas?
48 hours is all my body had because I went to Arizona, and that was what it was. And then
what was
it was drunk as hell. It was drunk as hell with some food and some more drunk as hell. Like I was literally drunk till the day I came back Monday. And then Monday, Tuesday, and then we left Wednesday. And that was what it was. So my body needs some time.
Yeah.
I need some time. Don't ask me to go nowhere till September.
That's not bad.
Well, your birthday's in August, so good luck for you. You have like a month bounce back, though. A little over a month. You'll be all right. I mean, you won't be all right where you go, but you'll be all right till then.
I don't know. Honestly, motherfuckers might
Dirty 30.
Might have a nice brunch. And
seriously?
It sounds good, man. My body hurt.
For your 30th?
I'm gonna probably do something stupid, but sounds good.
That's really elderly of you.
It sounds good on paper.
It sounds
responsible.
Elderly.
It sounds responsible.
Elderly.
Yeah.
Senior citizen type.
It sounds financially
old.
Responsible. Has anything happened in the world? I don't know. Yo, actually, honestly, we should probably stay because clearly San Andreas is happening back home and the fucking Earth is trying to get rid of us.
I saw something on Twitter and it was like, everybody in every other state, oh, pray for California. California's like, what the fuck is that? We want the 10.0. We want the 10.1. It's like, we really are like that. Like when earthquakes come, people are like, are you guys okay? We literally wait for our whole fucking roofs to concave and for us to just like...
Yeah,
because if I was at home, I feel like I'd be the same way. Like that was I
saw a few people act like it was like as big as it was, and then there was a good few that was like, another earthquake. I slept through it and blah blah. Like the entire ground is moving, and I don't know.
I mean, for me, I feel like I accept death pretty quickly. Like I take my time. In the beginning, I'm the kind of person that like. I kind of think about it before it could potentially happen, but in the midst of it, I'm just like, you know what? If it's my time, like when I'm on an airplane, like when I'm on an airplane, and when we take off, I pray and I'm like, okay, keep me safe. I want to get to where I need to be. But like, as soon as the slightest bit of turbulence comes, I'm like, you know what? If this is my time, this is my time. And if I'm gonna die next to these two white people, this is just what it's gonna be like on this plane.
I don't think I have any of that, but not because I'm like super tough. I just usually try to like bypass my bitchness and go to sleep as soon as I get on the plane. That way, like, I felt like it'd be really chill if if the plane blows up, I just wake up like, oh shit, heaven. That way I don't have to go out screaming, looking like a big giant fucking bitch and a half, I guess.
Yeah, no, for me, I just accept it.
What's right? You're a walking bowl of emotions at any given time.
It was the same way with roller coasters, but Olivia actually helped me get over my fear of that.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, she screams like a man. So it was so distracting when I would get on the rides. I couldn't even focus on the rides because she screams literally like she has a penis. Literally.
Well,
so it really,
out to friendship?
Yeah, she really helped me with that. I tell her that to this day. You scream like a man. It really helped me get over my fear.
Shout out to you, Olivia. You're doing the Lord's
work. Yeah, she's doing great things. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great.
Y'all don't understand how fucking tired I am. Like, my body is I don't even know if I'm sleepy. Like, I just
feel really like, I just feel like I'm full of things that just aren't supposed to be there, which is what it is.
Yeah, I think I did. It was just a lot at once.
I'm full of Louisiana hot sauce and fish grease and chicken grease.
Yeah.
Today I had the nerve to have some Rotel on the side of my fucking fish. That should be illegal. Like, I fucking had Rotel.
Yeah, it was Rotel, fried fish. It was chips, potato salad.
What's sad?
Somebody had macaroni
This is how I
cheese.
do. I just figured I should top it off with a bang. And I looked at the salad really hard. And I skipped it because I just figured. I just feel like, what is that going to do?
I saw that and thought that was just a disrespectful addition.
It was just wasn't necessary.
Not because it probably didn't taste delicious. I just was like, if I'm going to fuck up, I'm going to fuck up hard.
Me too, same.
Yeah, I'm not going to play with
There's no point. And what's that lettuce going to do?
Just take up unnecessary space.
It's decoration at that point. It's garnishment. Is that how you say it?
I think if it's not.
Is garnishment a word?
Garnish.
Oh.
Is it just garnish or garnishment?
Oh well. I said it.
Yeah, I think it's just garnish.
Well,
I don't know.
That's how I looked at it.
Well,
you know what's gonna happen? That Rotel's gonna hit later.
Oh no!
Like, it was good though.
No, like we're staying at our cousin's house, and I really hope this hits like not here, because there's been some regular things that have gone on during this trip, but the one that's gonna hit today or tonight, that's
for some reason in my mind when I go on vacation, I'm no longer lactose intolerant. Like when I'm on vacation, in my mind it just cuts off. It doesn't, but in my mind it does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it does. I don't know if I just think it. I don't think it does.
It doesn't. I tell you, I've been with you. I tell you right now.
I don't have the thought that it does.
Cut off.
I just am already in the midst of eating, and I'm like, wow. Like I'll be mid-eat. Like today, like I was mid macaroni and cheese, and I was like, wow.
And it's just like, but I feel like that's just how it's. I mean, that's unavoidable because it's just like you really think that I'm gonna sit down in front of a whole thing of soul food and you gonna tell, do y'all have any non-dairy options? Are you fucking serious?
There's a whole group of like vegan soul food people that are like, how dare you disrespect us?
Yeah, that's true. But that's not my family though. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely
like
not.
there are vegan soul food places, but that's not what goes down over here. So
I feel like they probably.
I wish I would ask Mary or Mama. Can y'all make me some non-dairy mac and cheese?
You might get excommunicated.
They're not going to talk to me.
Yeah.
Some what?
Of all the things that could probably get you kicked out of family, you go and ask it for like.
She asked for some fucking non-dairy. What?
We got some gluten-free greens.
Some what?
Greens.
What is that? It's okay. Never mind. Fuck it.
No, yeah, you would get kicked the fuck out.
But also, I just have never had like I could do no dairy, but I can't be. I gave vegan a run for about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's not for everybody.
I remember you
it's not for everyone.
Hell no.
I just have no desire. Like it's not.
Chard does that. Chard,
it really wasn't. I like to experiment, but it's not that it's hard to me. It's just I don't want to. Like I don't want to stop eating meat.
Bro. And then you fuck the part is you come to me like we're gonna do it.
Well, yeah, I'd like to see if you'd beat down.
I mean, I'm down for most. You came with that vegan shit. I was like, you got it cheap. I don't.
Yeah, it wasn't hard not eating meat. It's just like I was just like not into it. Like I was just bored of it. It was just like I don't want to not eat meat.
Not eating meat, it's not hard. But like when it's like not eating not eating anything that comes from an animal, like that's fucking that's a lot. And then like do you just draw the line at food, or do you live the vegan lifestyle and like not deal with anything that comes from an animal?
I know it's like, well, for me, well, what's funny is like I feel like some people, because really to be like a real vegan, that's like you said, nothing coming from an animal. And actually it's funny because a lot of people will like, technically that means like your deodorant, the things you use on your body, but a lot of people like now in this generation have kind of cut it off as far as what goes in your body, but it's actually all around. But that's, hey, it's okay though.
Hey, look, man, I'm not gonna eat a burger, but this leather purse, man, this jacket,
literally, yeah,
this shit is fire.
Because the real vegan is it's like everything in your life, but to each his own. But when I did it, it was I would say
did you feel better doing it, or like
no? Okay. For me personally, like that's why I say I don't think it's for everybody. Like I read this one girl who did she was on Instagram. She made a post about her going vegan, and she said like she would feel very bloated, like worse than she did when she ate certain animal products, and that's how I felt. Like I genuinely, when I was eating like only vegan stuff, I honestly felt worse than I did when I was just eating clean, but like I still was eating like animal products. So for me, for my body, I don't think it agreed with me well. But for some people, they instantly they feel better, they feel lighter, they don't feel as bloated. For me, I definitely did not feel really those perks. Like the best thing I would say, I think it was good for my skin, but like as far as like what most people do it for, like their overall like body and belly and stuff, that I didn't feel none of that.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I think like you can't just do it for like health reasons. Like I think that has to become a lifestyle, because I feel like that's a harder life to live if you're doing it.
That's how I feel. I feel about vegans. Is it veganism?
Vegan. I want a veganism.
Okay. Well, how I feel about
everything's an ism. So
how I feel about the vegan lifestyle versus like it's the same thing I feel about certain like extent to like counting your macros and stuff all the time. Like certain stuff is like that's not a lifestyle. For lifestyle for me is eating clean is something that's not a challenge for me. Like I don't look at eating clean as a diet. Like it's naturally like I love eating healthy. I love finding new restaurants. I love finding new recipes. I love drinking just a bunch of tea and water and clean drinks and smoothies, and I love doing that. It doesn't feel like a task for me, but like certain stuff like macros, and when I was vegan, it didn't feel good. I didn't like it. So for me,
it feels like a job.
Yeah, I do stuff that feels good. For some people, counting macros is completely something they don't mind doing. It doesn't feel tedious. It doesn't feel like anything. Same for people who are transitioning into being vegan. They love it. I don't feel that.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it has to be something bigger than food. Like I think like we said, like when you're a vegan, I think you're really into like
that lifestyle. Yeah,
protecting animals. And
yeah.
It's not about like your diet. It's about I don't know, like you being one with Mother Nature. I'm not trying to diss vegans, but I feel like that it has to be a deeper thing. Because like I saw on because even like I don't even know if like everybody has arguments biologically of what makes sense. And you could make it make sense with the vegan thing, but I know, like, I feel like this was a Joe Rogan statement, or not, like, he was going back and forth with somebody, because Joe Rogan talks to literally every fucking person on the planet, and it was just, like, the science of, like, our bodies, like, we're made to break down, not, like, all types of meat, but, like, just, like, you're not supposed to just go eat, like, 50 pounds of red meat. Yeah. You're not exactly not supposed to eat meat at all, but I haven't done the research, and I know there's some vegan who will probably, like, vehemently argue that, but... Yeah, I think like being a vegan too hard might not exactly be the best thing either. All I know is I'm not gonna stop eating meat. So
I just think you have to learn balance, and I feel like that's something that like even I feel like I'm still learning with my body, because there's times that I would like do really, 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 really drastic things like with my diets, like not eating.
On cocaine.
Listen, yeah, I've been My whole family thought I was on
hard drugs.
Fucking crack, because I got so small. I literally I didn't starve myself that summer, but I was literally living off of like
a fig leaf.
like salads, but like barely salads. There's nothing on it. Like lettuce and like very light meats, a bunch of water and tea. Like I was not eating properly, and I was working out like a psychopath. So it was just I got very very tiny, and that wasn't like fun because I was super critical of my body to the point like if I ate something bad, like I would go and look at myself like, bitch, you're gonna get a belly today. Like you had a burger, your belly is coming today. You're gonna get fat. Oh my god, why would you do that? Versus like now, I had an entire like pretty much. I've had a shit like week and a half. I've been working out, but like I just haven't been eating good because it was my birthday and I've been on vacation. And I just look and I'm just like, wow, my body hasn't. There's been no changes. Like I'm just like, but usually like if I would not have been able to eat and drink the way that I did like 2 summers ago. I'd be freaking the fuck out if I consistently ate the way I did. Yeah. So, and like but that's funny because like I was like that then, but now it's like I'm looking at my body even today, like after drinking and eating and all that. And yes, I was working out during it, but still I ate pretty bad, and like compared to what I usually eat. And my body looks like my body. Like I didn't go and gain 10 pounds, but like that's how my mind used to be.
Yeah, I think like, do you think like that, how do I say, like, yes, your body works how your body works, but do you think like that's a testament to like, motherfuckers talk about like the mind-body connection as far as building muscle, but like just how your mind influences how your body works?
Yeah, I feel like now, and I'm still like learning myself and like growing myself as far as learning my body and like learning what I like, because there's a long time, like especially during that time, I was obsessed with other people's bodies and other people's like images. Like I would look at other girls who were like tall and like their frames kind of remind me of myself, and I'm like, okay, I need to look like her. Like there was my obsession in 2016 was I wanted to look like Rihanna, who didn't even look like that Rihanna at that time. But like I wanted to look like Rihanna in like 2000, I don't know, 12. Like I just wanted to be skinny as fuck. And I was just like, okay, yeah, that's it. That's the body. And I'm just like, bitch, that's not your body though. Like but that did not click during 2016. During 2016, I was like, bitch, we're gonna become Rihanna. You're gonna become Robin this summer. It was a weird year. But I was like, you're gonna become Robin. That's what's gonna happen. And now it's like I don't focus on, now I'm my own body goal.
I just want to say, like, shout out to Justin, who, and I quote, his pinned tweet when you just go to his page. We seen Rihanna be fine in like 4 different weight classes. She pound for pound the GOAT, fuck Floyd.
Yeah.
So like it's just funny that you up here talking about like you said that like you wanted to be Rihanna, and Rihanna herself was not giving a single fuck about anything but.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's another thing when it comes to like your body goals, and it's like you have to kind of be your own body goals. Like, yeah, somebody can be your inspiration, but nobody, you can't be like, I want to look like her, because you're not her. And that's something that I feel like I'm still learning. But like for the most part, watching when I now, instead of going like looking at girls on Instagram and being like, I want to be built like her, I literally just go back and look at old pictures of myself, and I'm like, okay, I've come this far, so I'm just gonna keep molding my own body. But it takes a minute to get yourself there, because it's just natural, especially when you first start working out. You want to look like
you the fittest yourself to people.
Yeah, either your favorite singer or like the fittest girl that you see on Instagram. Like you just naturally like, oh, I want to look like her. But you do have to train your mind to be like, you're a bad bitch, and you're just gonna become a badder bitch. So, but it takes a minute to get there.
I think also people like have to realize, like, just like I started to realize, like, I know what exactly will maintain my body where it's at. And I know exactly what to eat. If I go, hey, nigga, you want to get fat like today? You go ahead and eat like, I don't know, if I start eating like, if I eat just pasta consistently for the next like week and a half, we're guaranteed to start gaining in the fat. So I think people just like kind of have to like, because even when you look at some of these diets and shit, you just have to realize what works for you. Like the thing of comparing, you can use people as like a, I don't know, like a guideline or a barometer, but yeah, like to have somebody like go, I'm gonna be that person, ain't fucking possible.
Yeah, you can't, exactly. Like the only way you can do that is if you go and show somebody a picture and you're about to go lay down on the table. Then maybe they can do their best to make you look like that person. But you in the shit, gym, like that's not. It's
a whole bunch of women around here with asses full of cement, legs falling off the shot. That shit ain't true. Actually, I can't even talk about just women, because it's like a trend, I want to say in Brazil, where niggas like fill their biceps up with like that silicone shit.
Oh wow.
It looks like, it's not even just this looks stupid.
So unsafe.
It looks like you you're ready to die.
But even me, like somebody who's extremely like, I love eating healthy and working out. I am not against surgery. I just think that you have to get what is right for your body. Like, definitely, and you have to do it for you. So like, if you were somebody and you just like, I'm a bad bitch, but like if I had some hips or if I had a little more booty, I'd be a bad bitch. That's cool. But don't let, like, for example, like I had somebody tell me, it was a friend who was telling me about a friend, and she basically told me that like this girl she's always been pretty, like she's always been like a super cute girl. I guess she just had like, you know, like a normal average body, and like I guess one day like she didn't get the proper attention, and like a guy said something like negative to her. The next thing you know, the girl was laying out on the table, and it's like you can't. But like I feel like if you were like, maybe if you're always used to getting compliments or you're not used to them and you're really insecure, and then you just have your opportunity and that's not the right circumstances to go get something like that done, like
because that shit's still in your head, whatever. Like,
yeah, even for me personally, like if you know me personally, I ain't got no titties. You know, I ain't never had no titties. I may get them after I have children, but I don't have titties, and that's okay. But nobody's ever said anything to me. Nobody's ever like made fun of me for it. But like, you know, if I had some munchies, I'm gonna buy myself some titties. I already said like I'm doing that, and nobody's ever made fun of me. I don't feel insecure about it. Like I love being able to wear bralettes and the little tops that the big titty girls can't wear. But I want some, and but that's something that's not. Yes, exactly. It's for me. It's not an insecurity. It's not something like, oh my god, I hate my chest. That's not how I feel. So I feel like if you get it under good pretenses, go by all means, go enhance your body. But I think it's bad when girls go and overdo it if it's coming from a bad place, or if you just overdo it in general. Like you also have to be honest with your body. For me personally, I'm somebody, I would say like how you say, like I have like a track body. So it's like I'm not somebody, I can't go get double D's. That's gonna look ridiculous.
Yeah, I think people don't get things that adhere to your body. Like if your body's a certain size, like you said, you shouldn't go get a big old giant ass.
Yeah, if anything, you know, maybe some low C's, but I can't go get no big dope. I'm gonna look crazy.
You got to get something, I think, too. Like, what's her name? People also, I think, should not think that because you got work done that's all you have to do. Like, fuck. Bernice.
Bernice maintains
she
the fuck out of her
got
body.
her shit right, and then she works everything around it, so it now looks.
It matches. Bernice has thicker. She has a slim waist, but it's a thicker waist. Her legs are thick. Her arms are thicker. Like Bernice is thick all around. Like girls will go and get it. Kardashians, for example, literally Kardashians went and got ass and hips. That's it. There's no legs. There's no. There's
that shit
nothing.
Looks weird.
That's not how that works. You don't just get thick in your ass. That's not.
But also, I gotta blame niggas because niggas still be walking around like, man, I'll hit that, I'll fuck. So you make people, you know, like
mental illness. That's a mental illness.
It's out here.
Illness.
Wait, we talking about both or just one or the other? Or? Fuck it. No,
men.
both.
I mean, I said men. That's a mental illness.
What, like in?
I just feel like you can't tell me. Yes, you can't tell me that looks good, especially out of clothes. Like when I see the Kardashians in bikinis, I've never thought, oh my god, they're so. I'm being honest, like not even being a hater. I've never thought, oh my god, Kim looks so bad in that bikini. Yeah, that's what. Or Khloe looks so bad in that bikini. The only one I think looks bad in a bikini is Kourtney, and she's natural.
Yeah, like she looks good because she's got all her natural shit. I've never gotten that, like how people see that and just go. It's weird how like. I don't know, the media or how like just people's minds and shit work, and I don't think people realize like what's
and people like
shit.
At the end of the day, people, I think they get it confused. Like it's not that it, for me personally, it's not that it's fake. It's the fact that how do y'all look in the? It doesn't look good. It's not that it's fake. It's the fact that it does not look good. I know I've seen Bernice's before pictures, and I don't give a fuck because Bernice is a bad bitch. Like I do not care. Like 'cause she looks so good, but like when I look at Kim and them, I'm like, you have so much money. Like go fill it out. Go borrow somebody else's fat. Do something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that just is like, I might not be like phrasing this in the most eloquent way, but people just like. It's just, I don't know, the power of fame. Like you're famous, so and I think it kind of talks to people going, you know, you see this and you go, these bitches are out here famous, getting men, getting this, looking like this, so this must be it. And it's really the fuck not. And it's weird because I feel like even in their own circles, it ain't it. Like everybody's not really fucking with that the way you think, but just the way that shit's perceived, like they got the machine because their faces are everywhere. So you would be kind of thinking to yourself, wow, they've got it. But you never know, the motherfuckers might be going to goddamn award shows and niggas' dicks literally go back in their bodies. So I don't want no part of that.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out, no disrespect to like Kanye's
Because,
wife, but like I'm just saying. Like,
yeah, like it's just, I mean, and everybody does have their own, you know, thing that they like. But I just think it definitely, like we said, goes back to just whatever looks good. Like people will speak on shit, but you still, for example, hair. Niggas will complain about hair all damn day. But at the end of the day,
shout out to Chris Breezy.
men, at the end of the day, in my opinion, men like what the fuck looks good. Even in my own personal opinion, I've had niggas tell me they don't like me bald, they don't like me with braids, they don't like wigs. I've worn all of them and attracted all of the same men. So I just think it's what looks nice. Like men will act like there's a...
Yeah, I've never, and I've even said, like, niggas said this back in school, like, I've never been hung up with niggas like, I don't like this particular type of hair. I'm like, nah, I mean, if shit's not done, like, if you have weave and it's not done,
if it looks raggedy, it looks
done,
there's a difference between looking raggedy and it just like if it looks good on her, like what is, you know, like what's the problem?
Yeah, if you're a nigga who really like stressed about a particular, like when niggas flat out say like they don't like natural hair, I'd be like, you're a weirdo, my nigga. Like, why are you so like? Why does that press you that much? That's weird as fuck.
I just don't. I don't even give into it. I've never gotten into it because it baffles me because it's like if it looks good, if it doesn't look right, why does it disturb you so? What does it do to you?
Did that Chris situation jump out the window? Because I've actually like that's been blowing up so much that I was looking at it and it was like, okay, like I listened to the line and he says, I only fuck with black bitches with the good hair. Now, I'm trying to figure out how that turned, like, that took a turn into colorism, which I'm not opposed to having that conversation.
Well,
but he didn't say that in the song, but I know Tokyo whatever said that he said that, that he did some fuck shit or whatever.
There are two ways that two things I saw. One, I saw a girl on Twitter, and she was basically saying that it's like, women are really showing that their own insecurities are reflecting out, and like, it's like a psychological thing because all he said was like, you know, the black bitches with the good hair, and like the girls like, so clearly if you don't
got mad at black bitches,
right, black bitches, but
like
well,
that just
yeah,
said, nope.
Yeah, but
right.
But the girl basically was saying like your insecurities are projecting because it's just like if you feel like unless you feel like you have bad hair, like why does it bother you? Like if you feel like your hair is good, it shouldn't bother you. And then some girls just I guess immediately just felt like he was.
Like I saw, like
I think girls are basing it also off of who he dates, which is also what made girls feel that way because you know you have your Carucci's who is a mixed girl, you have the new one who is a mixed girl, so it's like I think that's where girls were taking it too, back to who he dates in real life.
He's been dating Carucci and Carucci's offshoots, clones.
Yeah.
Like
he has.
I mean, I get it, you know, like because I feel like not to mention like I feel like this album and even the last album. I feel like he talking directly to her. It's a lot of like, they good songs, but it'd be a whole bunch of like, I Miss Yous, Heartbreak on the Full Moons. And
yeah, to me, I really honestly, truly did not think much about that lyric or that part. I really just thought my problem was what Tokyo brought up about the club. That is the issue with me. That part in the song, I really didn't feel indifferent about, but.
Yeah, like the line, like, I just felt like, that.
I mean, I didn't like how he said it, like the black bitches part. I was like, okay, it's a little aggressive, but you know, it's a little something. But
you could have framed that differently.
Yeah, he could have framed that differently, but I'm not gonna. If the man is out here only liking girls with type 3C, 3A hair, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I
don't know those numbers, but
yeah,
I saw
it's okay.
A lot of
that don't got nothing to do with me. Like that's just if that's your preference, that's your preference. Like it's not something that I'm gonna trip over because
I see how that turned into this conversation, but I just feel like you guys were really like it didn't take you didn't just turn. You were trying to direct it to colorism because I know like good hair is a conversation that goes into, you know, like that with good hair there's a conversation that you have to have bad hair and bad hair has traditionally been like. A lot of I don't know the color or fucking numbers letter code, but I know like you know if it's not wavy that somehow is considered bad hair. So I was waiting for more of that conversation to happen. It derailed from that shit directly into colorism where I guess I guess I see how they correlate, but I'm just like, damn, y'all niggas jumped out the window quick with that shit. But I know that Tokyo shit helped. That shit Tokyo shit, I was like, that's wild, bro.
If he said like the good hair part, I literally see it both ways. I see it as if he literally just meant like, if your hair is done, I see with that too. But if he really did just mean, I know that there is usually the good hair, what people find good hair and bad hair. And if he meant it that way, I see where black women are coming from. For me, my main issue was like, if we were gonna take it like over the edge, my over the edge was what Tokyo Vanity brought to the table. Yeah. That was where I was like, okay.
That I think really did send it into
like the club, like for you to really give an instruction that you do not want dark skinned women in your section. Like they could come in your section, you don't have to talk to them if you're not attracted to them. But for you to really like give an instruction for no dark skinned women to be around you, that's concerning.
Yeah, like I wasn't there, so I'm like, you always have to say what's that shit, like allegedly to be whatever, but yeah, it just was like,
yeah, like if that did happen, that's awful.
Yeah.
So and
I'm not even trying to like super shoot the nigga no bail. I do like the album. I'm not gonna stop listening.
Because if it came out like the man doesn't like dark skinned women, then it's just. Well, shit. That's just. I mean, that's 90% of Arizona don't like black men don't like black women. But I'm going to because I lived there, so I'm going to use it. So that's not something that's out of the ordinary, but it's just like it's to not have them around you to give an instruction. That is extreme. So that is something that I'm hoping is. I don't want it to be true because I do love Christopher, but goddamn.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. I've never. I mean, I clearly like you understand where that mindset comes from, but I just.
Yeah, it's because there's just a difference.
Captain Save 'em, but I don't understand that shit. Like niggas who got that much. I've never understood niggas who have.
To me, that's just taking it too far. Like if you do not like dark skinned women, that's just what it is, and you can go about your business. But I don't feel like it's something where you have to treat people. Like for me, if I had something what I don't like, I'm tall. I'm almost 5'9". I don't like little niggas. It's not.
Conversation came about too. Like, I think from Lil Duval, like, what's the difference in like?
For me personally, it's really not that like it's not. I don't find them ugly. I don't think they're like, oh my god, he's a little. For me, I prefer for a man to be taller than me, but it's not. I'm not gonna treat a short man no different. I have had full blown conversations with men that are shorter than me. It doesn't. It's not going. I
talk to him.
I do.
Hey there, little fella, little buddy. You got in the club? What you got your little drink? What you got your little drink?
So sad.
You got a little Hennessy. That's so cute.
Anyways, I mean, it's just the only little man that I think I would actually like. I would put the baby in my pocket. I would carry him everywhere.
The baby I'll beat a nigga ass.
I would carry him on my hip everywhere I went. But that's about it.
Shout out to
That's about it. But that's just my preference. But I'm not gonna be out here fucking smashing little niggas to the ground in the club. Like that's not what I'm gonna do. So
I think the colorism thing definitely like you have to take into account, or people have to take into account when you make that comparison, that like colorism does come from like a way more just fucked up background, like like what was that? What's that shit used to be called the even within our own community, like the paper bag test, like that's how people had a lot of like white passing shit, like everybody darker got a way shittier treatment. Even when you hear shit now, even in like our mom and dad's era, like fucking motherfuckers talk about like Wesley Snipes and like in fucking goddamn New Jack City where he like stabs his hand, pretty motherfucker, like them niggas really had beef, like that was yeah, like the colorism thing is a different thing, definitely in the community, in our community. I know, like once again, like a Joe Rogan thing, he talks like there was something about like
I just remember something, but you can go.
Oh, just about like bigger dudes, like I'm not trying to shoot, like don't. I think sidebar. I think the discrimination against short dudes might be like you would have a better argument if they were talking about, I don't know, niggas on like fat women or whatever. Like that's just a more physical thing over here without the history. But I think sometimes like you can almost boil down some of the small man thing to if you took it to like basic animal shit. Like you want a mate that you could like protect.
Yeah, I think that that's just a normal man-woman thing.
You know, yeah, you
Yeah,
could produce
that's
offspring that you don't have to think are gonna like
true.
go get body slammed. Oh, is that Ruby?
Maybe.
She don't have the key. Talk to them about whatever Bud said.
Intermission. um, Hello, this is Charlotte Harris. We're currently in Houston. It's about 75 degrees outside. It's a little humid. It's about 10:52 here. We have our cousin walking in right now, which is the doorbell that you hear in the background. Hey. What? Because I was waiting for you to sit back down. I was giving them an update of what's going on around. Hi. You want to say hello? No? Are you sure? Come say hi.
You don't have to.
Okay, she said no. I'm not gonna do it.
I guess this is like such a grand production. It's a
I
camera
know
and a mic.
I think the way it's set up, it does look a little. But I was saying that back to the colorism topic. There was there's this YouTube that Kaylee showed me. Hi, Kaylee. That she showed me, and it was like these girls. They basically went around the mall and they asked boys like, you know, what would you prefer, like curly hair, like bigger curls, like, or would you like kinky curly? And a lot of them like straight said like the bigger curls, like they would like one guy, like his hair was like super kinky curly, and she was like, you wouldn't like somebody that like looked like you, but that's what you look like. He was like, yeah, I want my girl to look better than me. I don't want her to look like me. And it was just so much like
that to me would be an issue.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
you can come across. Yeah, it ain't nothing but like, like this is your home. Like
that's like, I feel like that's like what is that? Like self-hatred? Just
like that's
projecting
just,
out, because it's just
not the phone. Yikes. But
yeah,
no.
it's like, it is like self-hatred projecting out, because like I want my girl to look better than me. So you don't think you look good? Like you don't think?
Yeah.
That was like a couple guys' answers. Like I don't want them to like look like me or deal with what I deal with. And I don't know if it's because like I know a lot of boys don't know how to do their hair.
There was an actor in Florida who said something like that. Like he doesn't want women that are like as dark as him, because he didn't. I forgot his name though.
It's the same with Kodak.
Yeah, like all that, like that shit. But that to me is a testament to like we just talked about, like that colorism shit, where like you clearly think lesser of your people because of color, which is fucking. I don't know. Shout out to my parents, because like I understand it clearly, like how people rationalize that shit in their minds, but I'm really, really glad I didn't really come up with that shit.
It happens a lot, and I don't know the light skin perspective, but I know that a lot of dark skinned men feel that way. Like they definitely find lighter skinned women more. I know
the light skin perspective, like choosing another mate, or how they feel about.
Like how, like I'm not light skinned, so I don't know like how light skinned women perceive like dark skinned men, but I know like a lot of dark skinned. I'm not one of them. I like everybody, but I think like I've heard a lot of dark skinned women, their reasoning for liking white men or lighter men is like whether it be for babies or just finding them more attractive because they're lighter, not features, not like just because they're lighter. And same for men.
That clearly probably comes from like them going through life like made fun of and like ridiculed for their skin and shit.
Like I have seen men literally hype light skinned women for the simple fact of them being light skinned.
Yeah.
Like not even trying to be a hater. Like the women aren't beautiful. They are light skinned women. That's the only thing that's going on.
B-King. I know some light skinned bitches look like Judge Judy with an uptown fade. Like
I'm sorry.
That was one of the best fucking bars I've ever heard.
Like even for me, like I feel like even our family cracked a joke one time because of like who my like high school dance dates have been, or like anybody who talks to me, like they have been lighter skinned, but it's not a preference of mine. It's literally what I attract. Like dark skinned boys, they don't stick around. Like in my own personal experience, they will talk to me for a little bit, but they don't like date for a long time, or they don't stick around me for a long time. Like a lot of them either will go date like Hispanic girls or mixed girls or light skinned girls, or like they would not date darker skinned girls. So like for me, the lighter skin, lighter skin men is just what came towards me. It wasn't like I would go out and I'd be like, nah, like if he's not light skinned, he's not right. I love black men in general, so
yeah. Anytime I've heard that shit's corny. Like, not to be like Captain, like I love all my, but like I do. Like women just, I don't know. Any nigga that's ever like acted like that's really, really like a fucking deal breaker. I'm like, look, man, Captain Kirk was out here fucking green bitches. Like, I don't give a shit if you polka dot. Like, if you look good, you look good. Like that. That shit makes
I just feel
no
like,
sense to me.
like others, like white people and like other races do that enough. I don't feel like we need to do it to each other. Like, it's very frustrating. Like, I feel like white people since the beginning of time have like made it where light skinned people are more beautiful. They're more like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of frustrating when we do it to ourselves.
And the fucked up part about it is if you like, I mean, I don't know, it's like fucked up. Like if y'all in love, like love is love, but you fuck around and be walking down the street and catch, Connor walking around with the fucking, most chocolatey natural hair, and you be just like, man, you niggas out here, and this trust fund douchebag is, like what the fuck is that?
Beautiful black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is, I don't know. I really hope in my most like positive version of life, I would really like for old Chris to not have meant it that way. I also want them to take his phone when crisis happens.
Yeah, he really retaliates, and it's like you gotta chill sometimes.
Yeah, like I just like not to say like you're not justified to have feelings, but I just feel like once you're in that lane, like there's a very limited amount of things you can respond with that won't turn into shit.
Yeah.
And like you're literally like Chris Brown is one of the most famous motherfuckers on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way you please everybody. So I just this is my logic as a very nobody on like the whole planet doesn't know me, but it's just after a while nigga put that shit down. Cause like honestly, the Shade Room, if you give the Shade Room like 35 minutes, like you can go watch a decent TV show. It'll be 6 more people that they hate past you. Like the internet work like that. Like so I don't know, sometimes I just feel like somebody should go, hey man, like it ain't even that deep. Or if you're gonna respond, just flat out say like, I gotta like, I'll have to really explain myself like I did not mean it like that. End of story. If you choose to be mad after that, that's your fault.
Some people, it's not like so much I'm saying like it's Chris. It's just like, it's just people in general. Some people just don't comprehend like, you can have a type or a preference and not shit on other people. Like people really struggle with that. Like, and sometimes like I would see it on Twitter, like black guys who, and I'm not sure if it's like somebody hurt you in the past, like a black girl literally fucking bullied you when you were like 6, but like they will date like white women or like Hispanic women who literally act like black women or try to act like black women and let them like pretty much shit on black women and talk bad about black women. It's like that's unnecessary. Like you could date your Mexican woman, your Colombian woman, your Korean woman, your white woman, and like freely without having to shit on your own people. Because at the end of the day, to me it's like your mother is black, your daughter is going to be black. So it's just like
I don't even need it to be like I hear people say that line, but I never use that line. Like to me, that's like the farthest thing. I don't need like you, like you and mom and AA and grandma, all that. I don't need that. Like whenever anybody, especially nowadays, like whenever you list off anything that you're attracted to, like a big ass, or like big titties, or like full lips, or like eyes, or like pussies that do things, like I like hair of any variety. If no diss to any, because everybody has good people and good beautiful people in there or whatever, but if I just want that shit stock, like I don't have to go put aftermarket parts on it, I buy black. Like I don't give a shit what you want, like I can buy black and get it all, and I can get that shit in a variety of colors stock. I can get it caramel colored, chocolate colored, whatever corny ass versions of blackness that the niggas at the barbershop look at that mocha skin, right? Like I can get that. So like, and I'm not somebody who would just like, as opposed to like you date whoever you love whoever, but the people who do that and you're doing that as a way to like purposely leave, because black bitches ain't, that shit's whack. And that just to me is like clearly a sign like you should probably sit on somebody's couch.
Yeah, you need therapy. Because
you had like, just because you, and I'm not saying like, and I'm not justifying her shit, because just because one time in high school you was 15, you decided to walk up to like, little Chelsea, and she was like, first of all, bitch ass, broke ass, ugly ass, fuck ass nigga.
And that just stayed with you forever.
You like, nigga, get a life. Like, get over it. Like, it happened.
Like, exactly. Like, she said that shit to you at 15. You still hating black women at 36. It's crazy.
Like, just, like, why don't you just go, if you just want to feel that type of, toxic get back, just drive by her one day, like while you need to go to McDonald's one day. Like you leave your good, nice job, you pull up in your nice car in your little suit, and she gonna hand you your extra fries, with no salt. You put your salt on the side. You get to see her. That's it. That's all you need. You don't have to
it's just like, and also it's like, I don't even understand how that doesn't play with your mental. Like, are you dating? You're not even dating out of you're dating to avoid. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not even out of like, oh, I really fuck with her. Like, no, you're fucking with her because you're avoiding an entire race of people.
Yeah, like
or women.
I know, like me and E touched on this like fucking episodes ago. But it's like also even that stupid ass line of like niggas like they say like act like other races of women are like an easier go than black women. Mm-hmm. And like Patrice O'Neal like had a joke about this like forever ago, and it was like white women are more pleasant on the front end. Mm-hmm. And like it sounds like that. And I said something to this regard, but I know I was drunk and I know I didn't say it as properly, but it was like but the gist was, but like what he says like makes sense in a way. It's like, yeah, like you might like that whole ugly fuck like that shit I just said. Like you talk to Susan, and some niggas, if you've never talked to like a person outside your race, the eye that she goes, oh my God, hi, nice to meet you. Like you think this shit is like amazing, and it's like that shit sounds cool on paper, but it gets weird when like you find out like some of that shit is like they're fetishizing you just the same. Like you show up and no, you don't have to work as hard because she's fucking with you solely because you're black, and you get your big black man fantasy out. She can get that out the room, or she can piss her dad off, or you don't take into account like, yes, in a way like you might say black women are harder to get through the door with on the front end, but black women go through way more than the average anybody else. Average woman, like I don't know why the fuck I couldn't find the word woman. Damn, I need to go to bed. Like yeah,
is that America or the world?
Let's go world.
Let's go world.
Yeah, let's go world. World sounds good. But yeah, it's just like okay. Like, and there's like, me right now not doing any real research except what I'm putting together in my mind. Like, if you go like, okay, like fucking just using our family for example, like our grandfather and like grandmother are a fucking anomaly. Like he didn't get like he didn't get lynched, like he didn't get like fucked out of a job. Like he brought his family here, their unit. Our dad, another fucking anomaly, has a job. They kept the family unit, divorced or not, like they kept the co-parenting thing going on. There's whole generations where like niggas was going to jail like just because like they was kicking in motherfucking doors. They blew away the Panthers. Like anytime you wanted to stand for some shit, they get you the fuck up out of here. So now you have women, and like this is not a diss to any like single parent out there, but the reason single parenting is such like a, oh my God, I came from it, because everybody knows that is at minimum 2-person job. Because I'm a big fan of this village shit. So this is what like aunties and uncles and friends, like you're all there to kind of help facilitate this human being. But that's on table that. But if you lose a father, then like women are now like traditionally taught that you have to like run the ship on your own. So this like dainty shit that insert whatever race you think is easier gets to have because they have their male counterparts. Black women haven't had that like in a vast margin. So.
And some women, I feel like black women especially, have it like it's just a natural like I don't need you aura, but it's something that I feel like if you are really like, if you are a strong man, I feel like it should not offend you because I don't need you and you shouldn't need me either. It's just like we should naturally, we should want each other, and I feel like we should naturally gravitate towards each other, and we should have something to offer to each other. But I don't want you to need me either.
I think the only way, like I'm not shooting bail to like punk ass niggas. I think sometimes people, it's like I think that's like a super in-depth topic, because I think like sometimes when they do that don't need shit, it starts to minimize like a man's place, because like I said, like niggas going to jail. So I think people start to manipulate the fact that just because you did this thing and you are surviving in this space by yourself, you don't really realize that this is something like there is something that I'm supposed to bring to the table besides like just money and funds. Like I listen to like when you catch me in the room a lot of times, like I listen to the Zoe Show. Shout out to that show if you guys want to say hello one time. But they talk about like what other currencies is that the right time? Are you? Oh, is that mom being weird? Probably. But it's like what other currencies like do you judge a man on, like besides just financially? So it's kind of like the idea that when women go like, I don't need you, it's like well, we do. We need each other. Like we
I
are.
think it's finding a happy medium, because sometimes I think women will do it to the point of making a man feel like not shit.
That's it. That's like.
And then there's also a men who kind of are over the top, and I don't know if it's from just like being like that naturally, like how you were raised, or if it's from like dealing with a bunch of like weaker women. But some men need their ego stroked to a ridiculous extent. So it's kind of like when you have a man like that and you have a woman who's, because there is a cutoff. Like for me personally, like I would never be like, you know, that nigga, fuck you, I don't need you for shit. Like you're this, that, like that. Like, that's not well. I mean that. I'm not gonna say that's not in me, but is hasn't.
No,
it's not for everybody. Is what I'm saying. Like you, and some women give that energy to everybody. You cannot give that. It doesn't have to come off super angry. Like you could be a strong, independent woman, but like at the end of the day, everybody needs that other person.
Yeah, like we're
in some way
made to be with a partner. So I just think people like need, as far as like, I don't know. I think people don't want to be vulnerable, like,
and especially in this fucking, I say this so much, generation. Like we literally, it's like we are competing with each other. Like who doesn't need who the most? And it's like, bruh, we could all be independent and successful and happy and not be fucking. I mean, yes, I'm not gonna lie, this hot girl summer shit is fun, but it's
city
like,
boys out here, nigga.
You
city
don't
boys,
have
hot
to.
Boy shit.
But some people really live by that. Like I think this shit is fun. I mean, even me, my idea of a hot girl summer is literally what I've been doing, which is getting fucking lit with my homegirls and minding my business. It doesn't have to be like who can break whose heart and ruin people's lives the most. Like that's not what it has to be.
Yeah, I think like it takes, obviously everybody takes their own journey, but the idea that like you cannot be vulnerable, like it's not for everybody, but
it's not.
I'm okay with like having my partner with being like, I need, like, yes, like at some point I will need a partner.
They
like,
don't have the fucking natural ability. Can y'all read people? Can y'all not read people?
Us?
Like, just people in general, they act like I can't tell nobody nothing. Like, it's like you cannot go and be vulnerable with a fucking signpost. You can't trust everybody, but like, you do not have to be cold-hearted with everybody. That's not healthy either.
Well, that's because people don't know how to take an L. And like, and I'm saying this like from experience, and like when I said like I need, like, have, like,
I've had vulnerable moments with boys that literally didn't really bite at it. It was just nothing. Like they just weren't built like that. And I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel like, oh my God, why did I tell him that? I just felt like it was what it was. And it wasn't something that, it also is not, I think there's also like for me, the way I have my vulnerable moments, I have them in spurts. So it's like, I'll tell you something. And it's like, it's me being open, but it's not my life story, but it's like, it gives you enough for me to see what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, you build from
Some people, I feel they don't have the happy medium. It's either like, I'm not going to tell you shit and they're going to be cold hearted, or it's going to be like, I pour my whole life story out. And no, you have to, I do that with friends. I do that with guys. You have to give people a little bit and see what they do with it. Because I've had people in my life where it's like, they are able to give me, dump their whole lives out, and I just genuinely, I don't feel that back. I don't feel comfortable enough. It's not because I'm cold hearted. It's not because I'm scared. I just don't think you're going to receive that the same way that I receive your shit.
Yeah, I think people, I think like when people pour it out too much, I think that, how do I say this? I don't think you're honestly looking for like a real connection, or you're not letting it happen organically. You're looking for somebody to like take your shit on. Like, I am overwhelmed with shit and I need you to be like my buffer. I need you to be that thing to like, and that's ends up like you're using that person as a crutch. That person is there to like maintain your shit for you, when what you're giving them, that's something that you should be working through yourself. Because you can't, like, you can only, I don't know, like somebody can only meet you where you're at. That's why like I think people, like when people like are like scared to be vulnerable, like in your vulnerableness, that's where you like do all this growth and all that other shit. So you got to be willing. Like, that's why I think like y'all niggas really have not had enough fights. Like, you're going to lose. Like, you niggas just got to learn how to, like, everybody keeps posting shit. Like
L's are normal.
You need to lose.
Literally, exactly. You need L's.
Everybody's scared to, like, everybody want to, like, be a champion, but is scared to go out there and get
Every
punched.
champion took a loss. Literally, if you listen to everybody took an L. Beyonce took L's. Nip took L's. Obama has taken L's. Everybody has taken L's.
Yeah, y'all niggas scared to get beat up, and that's like fucking your whole life up. Like, I'm not like a guru, but I've lived a little bit of life. Like, so
Like, I am all for this, like, being in your bag, level up, do all that shit. But, like, there's levels to that shit. People act like they gonna climb in their bag, like it's like they motherfucking little, what's that thing called? What's the little people called with the gold?
Like a leprechaun?
Yes, they gonna just hop in it and it's just gonna be fucking light at the end of the goddamn rainbow full of gold. Like, no, like, there are so many.
That's what it is. I think people want to get something for nothing. Like, entering relationships and thinking that you can, like, take, and you won't have to give anything to get this happiness or peace or whatever the fuck it is. And also looking at that shit.
When am I gonna find my real one? When you're a real one.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like, you can't Amazon order a real one. Like, you have to have something to give to get a real one.
And people keep, like, you always see this shit. And I don't think people use this properly. People always posting shit or saying shit like, I'm going to just wait, because the real one will find me. And it's like, no, that's
waiting in the bed like New York.
Dog.
On fucking Flavor of Love shit.
Yeah, that just
waiting
seems
forever.
It seems like a real lazy approach. And it's kind of a weak approach to me because you don't want to do anything. Like, motherfuckers be like, I'm taking my time to myself. Are you? Or are you just sitting here waiting, trying to hit the lottery? Like, you just are hoping something good happens to you and you're doing nothing at all.
And even me, I've gone through my stages where I isolate and I get so much shit done and I come out like, bitch, I did that for like a couple months. And then there's sometimes I will isolate and it's like, bitch, I didn't do shit. I cried a little bit. I didn't talk to nobody, but there was nothing really that was going on except for maybe an emotional breakthrough. And then there's sometimes where I will, like, it'll be an isolation in the sense of, like, y'all may not see me a lot, but, like, I'm talking to people, I'm getting shit done. And that's where I feel like I am right now. Like, it's like, well, okay, X out this past week because y'all saw me a lot. But, like, for the most part, like, even now, like, I feel myself kind of like wanting to go back into my show, but it's not on no like I'm sad, or it's not on no like fuck these people. It's really just I feel like this is healthy. And I feel like that takes getting to know yourself. Like, some people do it. Isolations, I feel like, have different stages. They're either unhealthy, productive, or like extremely like just like they're good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think.
Well, yeah, I think people like...
You just gotta know yourself. Y'all just gotta know yourself before you know somebody else. That's just that on that.
Well, yeah.
But
like,
people don't like to do that. People literally be out here like...
To know yourself
all they can tell you is when they was born and their first name. And they expect y'all, okay, so what you want to do with it? I can't do that. Well, tell me more about you. Like, what do you mean? People really expect you to figure them out. Like, figure yourself out. That's not my job.
Yeah,
I'm young too. Shit, I'm just out here.
That's not even...
It's only my third day out here. Like, I don't know nothing either. Why would you try to give me that responsibility?
Like I said, we're not 40 years apart, but like the idea of like being introspective and like having to learn yourself, I think people are really like scared of that, because like at some point you have to confront the idea that some of these fuck ups or some of these situations are your fault.
Yes.
Like, not like blaming you, not like you're a piece of shit, but the world didn't fuck you up. You are an active participant in your little journeys or whatever.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, like,
yes.
even
me, I had to start to like, even
niggas
though
ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, my job is trash. No, nigga, like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'll still say it just because it's just, especially if I'm a little drunk, niggas for sure ain't shit. If I'm off any type of alcohol, y'all niggas ain't shit. But like, it's not something that I feel like I truly feel. I just think it's like, especially now, because even take responsibility for my own actions, like boys that I've talked to, consistently talking to similar boys. At the end of the day, that's my fault, because I did, and I feel like I still have it in me naturally, but it's like a little fixer in me, and that's not my fucking job. I'm 22.
Like you can help somebody on their journey,
but you cannot fix them. People are who they are, and you have to take people as they are. If somebody wants to change, and if you inspire them to change, that's just going to happen. But you cannot force or create or mold anybody to be who you want them to be. That's not how that works.
Yeah, they have to have that within themselves.
Yeah, that part.
I don't know. You niggas got to get your fucking lives together. I mean, that with as much love as you could say.
I feel like this is a very healthy conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You guys learned about health, mentally and physically. And I really hope that you apply it to the next 6 months of your 2019.
Do we charge them for this? Like, this seems like a counseling session.
It wasn't a counseling session. It was just like, get your shit together. But you guys should really maybe focus on this, like, work backwards. So maybe listen to the second half first and then go back to the physical, because it's still going to be a lot easier to get your physical together once you get your mind right.
That's true.
Because, you know, you probably could be out here eating clean for 5 weeks, then Jimmy John comes and fucks your shit up.
Jimmy
And then if your
John.
mental is fucked up, that's going to fuck up all your physical. So you kind of should probably get your mental together first.
I don't know. You guys just, I think, yeah, you should.
Because they're connected.
You could do it. You could do it all. Like, I don't even.
I mean, you could do it
I
all
don't even
at
know if I
once.
go to the gym for
That's
health
true.
anymore. Like, I just go because like I go in there and think.
I usually
and,
try
like,
to knock them all out at once. Like when I go into, I'm the queen of isolation, in case you wanted to know. You're going to hear me say that a lot. But usually when I go into my moments,
is it gonna be in your
I
upcoming
will,
book, like,
shut
The Art
up.
of Isolation?
I meditate, I pray, I journal, and I gym a lot. And I just don't talk to nobody. Like if you're not in my inner circle,
you are
like
a walking
my
Pinterest.
family, my friends, I just, that's what I do. I take care of my skin. I do hair treatments. I'm a walking Pinterest. When I feel like I need to get my shit together, I
Fucking
shut it
A.
down, and I just, that's what I do.
I exfoliate.
I do. I exfoliate. I do mask. I do everything, and I come out with new skin and a new body and a new look at life.
Maybe I should do more stuff because all I do
You
is read.
should.
I just read.
You should
and, like,
meditate.
work
You
out.
should exfoliate. You know, drop a
I
little.
meditate, but I don't do it like in the way people like present it, like where you own. Like I'll just sit.
If
and
you're feeling, if you're feeling sassy, get a little wine, meditate in the bathtub. That's what I do.
No, I just will chill in silence.
Hmm.
Like I'll put on like nice, I don't know, something I find mellow musically, and then like, and that's it. Like that's.
Well, just do what works for you is
I
what
do.
we're
Like,
saying.
I've been-
Not you. I'm talking to the people.
Oh.
I mean, you too, but I'm talking
I'm
to
like
the
the
people.
captain of Zen. Like that's shit. You said that actually.
You
like,
are a very zen person.
Yeah. Don't take me too lightly though.
I think I
Like,
also go into isolation because I'm somebody, I get anxious easily. I be spazzing and stressed and just worried about life
anxiety is
itself.
a thing niggas figured out was a thing yesterday.
Yeah,
but
I be worried about literally life itself, just everything. So
I think people gotta stop looking at that as like a quick fix. So like I get anxiety, like, and I get it pretty bad, but I just like.
but I've never been like, I don't know. I don't vote, like, I don't speak on something that because I don't think I'm not anxious. So like, where some people I need medication for it. So it's not like that, I don't think. But like, I don't know. I'm not somebody who ever. I know what you mean. Like it is. No, I don't want to say a wave because that's fucked up. But it's like
No,
it's
a wave
common
is-
right now, like with the depression
Oh,
and
you're
the
talking about
depression
actually,
and the
like,
anxiety. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just everywhere. And it's like I think it is a mixture of people finally speaking up on it and some people just.
Yeah, I think it's a way. I think it's people really getting into that they have it, and then there's other people who are just like, I don't know. My shoe was untied 3 times a day and it gave me anxiety. Like you don't really have an issue. You're just being
Like for
lonely.
me, I don't know. I just be worried about all that shit.
Oh no, I think
And it
that's-
overwhelms me. And for me, I'm the kind of person, I don't like to overwhelm other people. Like literally from my family to my friends. So I will just like
Boy, that shit.
spaz the fuck out and then
Nigga.
I'll just okay. But I have a lot of my moments like by myself because I just don't like the feeling. I know sometimes if I can't, I will vent. I'll go vent to him or I'll go vent to like my friends. But like for the most part, I just will deal with it with myself because I'm just like, what the fuck is the point
That
in
nigga
putting that shit on
walk
other
in there
people?
and it is game
Yeah,
time.
but if I
Like,
can't, I will come in TJ's room and hyperventilate. Like I will cook up in his room and just be crying and just.
But honestly, I think I think that's the part people fear, and that's like the best part. Like if you know,
But it's great, you guys. It's so relieving.
yeah, like I'm not trying to sound like Captain whatever. Like you need to cry, but I just think you need to like
Cry.
if you notice that like it comes like when I feel like oh shit I'm finna have like a bad moment, like I just take solace and like just go all right, this is gonna suck for however long it sucks or I'm in a funk. But I kind of like always know in the back of my mind, like this shit's not gonna last like forever. Like I got about a good, actually I don't have a time frame. I'm not gonna lie, but I like always know in the back of my mind at some point what's that goofy ass? Let's get some of y'all fuck with Jesus, like this too shall pass. That's the Jesus thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, like if you just kind of know like in the back of your mind, like this shit will like it's not gonna like really ring true forever, then. That kind of gives me like I be like I don't know I guess I be trying to have a really fucked up moment but chill out with it. Yeah, that works. That sounds about right. Fucked up and chill.
Well,
I'm tired now.
I'm tired of
so,
talking, so
yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
yeah. But you're welcome for this health
wow,
class
you niggas got
101.
An hour. Look at us.
Yeah,
There
you're
was
welcome.
an hour of that fire. Was this that fire? Oh, I'm about to lose my game. I've been playing this game all fucking weekend. It's not even that great a game.
Yeah, okay. Well, adios.
Yeah.
Have a great week, Stay positive, drink some water.
Yeah, do that.
It's hot as hell, so really seriously drink some water.
If you guys are talking and you really, really think he likes you, you like him, send him a titty pic.
Follow my fitness page. It's Chardon's Physique because I am usually helpful. I've been MIA because I haven't been healthy. I've been drinking and eating shit, but I will be back to being healthy next week. So.
Okay, yeah. Well, shout out to one and only EJ. That's his Instagram handle. I think like the number 1 at the front at the.
I thought it was Landon, so I feel slow.
What?
For the longest time.
You want to get that out there at the end?
I thought it was Landon.
Why?
Because it says 1.
That's one. And
oh my
EJ.
God, I'm so slow. I thought it was. Are you ready? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I thought it was Landon Lee. Oh my God. Oh, it's one and only EJ. I thought it was Landon Lee.
Well, I don't know.
Wow, one and only EJ. Now I see it. I see that. I don't really. Okay. It's okay.
Well, that's
It's
his Instagram. JustADopeAssPodcast on Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. I think. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at.
I'm probably gonna stick with Landon because it's been in my
Just a
mind.
Dope Ass Podcast on YouTube. We have a Twitter we don't use. Chad Awesome on everything else for me.
Literally, what
And
EJ? That's crazy.
Chardon's Physique. Shout out to Dirty Laundry.
Landon.
Yep. Shout out to ETNLA. Shout out to I'm not saying it right. LA Cypher. The LA Cypher was Saturday.
I've been saying that for so long.
And it'll be, I want to say it'll be like
literally his name.
multiple Saturdays this month. It'll be at the Dirty Laundry store in Bellflower. So Dirty Laundry LA, if you want to go like listen to some dope ass hip hop and buy fire ass clothes. ETNLA, if you want to buy some more fire ass clothes. Brick the billboard for more fire ass clothes. Just if
Is
your
this
whole
all
fucking
of Los Angeles that you're shouting out?
no niggas, just all the niggas like I got a good team. Like niggas doing shit. So if you want clothes and you're buying them anywhere else in those 2 places, then you're stupid. What else do people I know do? For your cosmetic needs, mindful complexions, so you can just be a fucking bad bitch. All right, y'all. I don't know what else fucking people do.
Good night.
Fucking tired of y'all. Go away, some bitches.